Well, hello to all of you from around the world. I want to thank you for joining this edition of Soulivity Today, America's place for empowering conversations. We're broadcasting live from our studio right here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And whether you're home, driving, or even at work, we're always glad you're here with us. My name is Westley Johnson, and we have an amazing and special show for you today. We have a lot to get to, so let's start here. This month we are celebrating the 8-year anniversary of the launch of the Soulivity platform. And we have come a long way since introducing to the world something new, the birth of a place where you can go to learn more about how to become more self-aware. And so you can journey to what I like to call your best life today. Back then we were a small but mighty monthly magazine with different features. Our first issue featured my dear friend, techno artist and producer, Jeff Mills, talking about his journey, including perspectives on the world today. It was truly awesome. And you can still read this article today by visiting soulivity.com. It's still a great read. But I get asked all the time about what Soulivity means and what am I trying to achieve with the platform. I always like to, talk about it this way. I want to give you more of an inside look per se about the meaning of the tenets of our community: passion, purpose, and living. My hope is after this show, you'll first have a greater understanding of what Soulivity does for our global communities every day. And second, each of you will maybe have some aha moments and use us as a regular resource on your journey. My intent is always to build an ever-growing audience of people who are finding joy in every moment of their lives, inviting people to join Soulivity in spreading that joy to every corner of the planet. So, where did all of this start? Well, as I said earlier, the start of the launch of Soulivity started 8 years ago. But that journey to that beginning started many years before that. You see, I was raised by a family where doing what you love and being truly happy was a deep value to us. So much so that our family had weekly family support group meetings to share with each other what was going on in our lives and celebrate any progress we may have in our life. Progress that we may have in our lives. Now, whether we considered it as a small or large step toward creating the life we wanted to live. My dad would always tell me that he had some concern about my future. Not that he wasn't sure I would be happy or successful, but that I was really good at a lot of different things when I was younger. And I may have to choose one to start, which for me could be difficult. Well, it was difficult for me, especially once I entered into adolescence. I thought that I could only pick one thing and I would have to give up or limit doing other things that I truly enjoyed. So I went to college and obtained my education in business with a minor in computer science, which served me for many years in business development. And it was a career that led me to even working overseas and working with several multinational companies. But during many of those years, the creative artist in me was always calling out for more. So, in addition to all of this, for more than 2 decades, I also performed as a musician, even starting an entertainment company. I thought that maybe that was my route to the joy and happiness I was seeking. But after a while, I discovered that wasn't my path. I was being drawn into a different direction. In fact, I was being drawn into discovering the first tenet of Soulivity, which also helped me create this platform. When music didn't seem to be my path, I started to try many different things that I thought would make me happy in a career and life. I wanted I wanted to learn that passion isn't something that exists outside of yourself. Searching for it in the outer world led me back to where I started, which was me. This isn't because passion isn't something that you really create. You are the passion. It's your birthright. That's right. From the moment of birth, you were created to live a life full of joy, abundance, and prosperity. Now, due to socialization, this truth gets covered over based on out of centuries of programming that tell us we must do something that is approved by society, mainly our parents, even if it's something that we truly feel isn't in alignment with who we are. I think this is something that I want to just make sure that people understand that this socialization, a lot of times, especially from our parents, is based in security, safety. It's based out of a certain level of love. But that isn't who we are sometimes. I highly recommend that you watch our Soulivity Today show on personal beliefs, which goes deeply into this topic. Now, as I started to release this judgment, I found that I truly wanted to be a teacher to the world, not using books or a blackboard, but with technology and the world's biggest classroom, the internet. And the subject? The art of living from your soul, or Soulivity. But this newly formed community was also a safe place to learn, grow, and flourish with others. For as the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So, to begin our journey today, let's look a little closer at the first tenet of Soulivity, which is passion, with this clip from an interview I did with podcaster Rebecca Garnas on discovering your soul's mission. Enjoy. The first thing that we needed to do, that I needed to do, and it sounds like the same way with you, was just be connected and let that lead you. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And you're supposed to learn and feel the connection within your heart and just have faith and trust in that. And so that led me to all these different things. Now, my egotistical mind was thinking, trying to figure out what the next steps were, right?
Yeah.
But universe would say, no, 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 no. Tell that thing, shut up. Just tell it to shut up, and you stay connected. And so it led me to all these fantastic experiences that I understood later. This is just all of who I am,
Yeah.
and I get to express all of who I am.
Mm.
And that feeling, how I know that's true, is because of the years of practicing just being connected to spirit and being connected
Ooh,
to the universe,
that's
and
that.
that
Yeah,
they
I
all
love that.
aligned, and that it all aligns,
Yeah. But
right?
was it really that easy for you? I must, I
Oh
thought it was
no,
hard.
no, no, no.
Growing up,
We're
I
doing
was like,
sound
I
bites,
wanted to
right?
be like everyone else. I was like, no, I don't want this. But, seeing spirit and feeling connected and getting
Oh
messages
yeah,
and like,
oh
no,
yeah.
I want to be like,
Oh no, no,
so
no, no.
can you
You know,
share
I would.
us? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say. Well, the music thing is a great one, right? So, um, I had an entertainment company when in my hometown of Detroit. We had a successful span through several different acts that I managed my own band, and we played festivals. We traveled, we did different places, and it came to the point at which the new casinos were coming to Detroit. And one of the casinos, one of the casino hosts saw us play and was blown away. So you got to meet my boss. Long story short, after setting up a private thing for them, they said, "We want you. And not only do we want you, we want to do something different in Detroit. We want to have something where you guys will be the face of our casino. Hometown talent playing this great music." And it was a huge deal. And I'm thinking, oh, well, the universe is telling me this is it, right? I'm supposed to be doing this. Now, everything sounds great, right? Here comes the challenge. And the universe always gives you everything that you can handle, right?
True.
The person who was handling the deal, her husband was already battling, I think, cancer and did a turn for the worst. She had to leave Detroit and go back to Vegas. But she was saying, "Oh no, don't worry about this. I've told my team this is what we're gonna do." Da, 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 and we're like, "Okay, great." So months goes by, nothing happens. Come to find out that she had to resign, and then another person came in and basically scrapped everything.
Yeah.
We had made plans. We were talking about what we were going to do, how we were going to do it, and that whole direction stopped cold.
That's brutal
So I
for the ego.
oh but right, because the ego goes, "Oh, this is great. This
Yeah.
is now solved. Now I truly believe in this." And spirit was always saying that this is just a stepping stone. I know it's a big lump of coal in your throat right now, but it's still a stepping stone, and that this is not the end. And here's the beauty of that moment. From that moment forward, my life's trajectory changed. And every moment that happened after that is connected to that. And we wouldn't be speaking if that moment hadn't happened. I would still be in Detroit maybe and doing some other things, but it would have completely moved me away from the work that I'm doing today, which is the work of my life.
Wow. Divine
And
will,
so it's
right?
never, as I say to people, the road less traveled is the one of passion and purpose. So passion for me is your personal connection to what you as a soul is leading you to do in your life. And your soul is very clear on this and gives you indications that you are in alignment. The work that you do doesn't really feel like work. Even when you may be tired, you are excited to be it. Because this isn't about the job, profession, or business you may create. Your passion is you being all you were meant to be naturally. As I said in the video, it is the road less traveled because the journey is always first going within and listening to what your spirit has to say to you. And it can be challenging at times, but I can tell you this, it's totally worth it. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the next tenet of Soulivity, purpose. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back. Soulivity Today is brought to you by Happy Travelers Tours and Old Vine Wine Tours.
Ready to embark on a wine-filled adventure? Go to oldvinewinetours.com and book your luxury wine tour today and experience the unparalleled beauty and flavors of Sonoma, Napa, and Lake counties. oldvinewinetours.com offers transportation for the most amazing experiences in the Sonoma Valley, Santa Rosa, Healdsburg, and all of Sonoma County, as well as the Napa Valley and Clear Lake wineries of Lake County. From boutique tastings to bridal party transportation, we have you covered. Visit oldvinewinetours.com or call 707-386-9859 for more information. Don't forget to mention promo code Soulivity to get 10% off either a culture or wine tour. Book your wine country adventure. Visit oldvinewinetours.com or call 707-386-9859 today.
The following is a paid advertisement from Premium Weight Loss Peptides.
Welcome to Premium Weight Loss Peptides, your source for compounded semaglutide weight loss medication. At Control Your Weight today, we offer the same active ingredients as FDA-approved drugs like Wegovy and Ozempic, but conveniently dispensed as a dissolvable under the tongue. No more injections, no more pills to swallow. And with our monthly membership, your medication, shipping, and telehealth-related weight loss services are all included.
The statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products has not been confirmed by FDA-approved research. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Start your weight loss journey today. Visit us at controlyourweight.today or scan the QR code.
Hey, welcome back to Soulivity Today. Let's take a look at this video. One question, does a balanced life really exist? And Dr. Chanel, we kind of went through these top 5. We've gone through the top 4 of the top 5 concepts around how the Japanese look at life. And I think we've gotten a lot of insight around how this relates to creating a balanced life. And now we're at the last one, which is what a lot of people say is the most important, and that is called Ikigai.
The final and possibly most impactful Japanese life concept is Ikigai. We can use Ikigai to figure out what drives us, brings us joy, and allows us to wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose. Ikigai is a Japanese style of motivational structure for drive. You may be familiar with the Ikigai diagram out there that's floating around, but this doesn't represent the real meaning behind Ikigai. Real Ikigai isn't a few overlapping circles of what you like to do and what you can get paid for. Borrowing from positive psychology terms, Ikigai is about engagement, finding flow, and positive emotions. It's also about relationships and authentic connections, meaning and purposeful existence, as well as a sense of accomplishment. The idea of Ikigai incorporates your life purpose and also refers to the things that make your life worthwhile. On a deeper level, Ikigai refers to the mental and spiritual circumstances under which individuals feel that their lives are valuable as they move forward towards their goals. Finding Ikigai is the process of cultivating your inner potential as you actively pursue what you enjoy doing in service of your family, tribe, and community via your life roles. I believe that by focusing on the little moments and relieving yourself of the burden of big goals and plans, you'll be able to progress just by doing what you love doing. This isn't only a concept I've built around the Japanese principle of Ikigai, but one that's backed by Harvard research as well. Harvard professor Teresa Amabile has developed what she calls the progress principle. Her research shows that real success comes from small wins that build motivation, inspiration, and innovation. In the West, the idea of having big goals sells. I have found that a more Eastern approach of being more process-oriented, embracing the moment, enjoying the journey, type of Shizen lifestyle has allowed me to remain curious and explore this world with fresh eyes.
So we're talking today about the 3 main tenets of Soulivity: passion, purpose, and living. And we started this segment with this video from one of our shows on Ikigai, or purpose, which was part of this focus during that show on how to create a balanced life. Now, what is purpose, and how do we discover it for ourselves? Now, for Soulivity, I believe that our purpose is an extension of our passion. Since our passion is something that is already innately us, purpose is also something that exists within us. We don't have to go outside for it, outside of ourselves to look for it. I say to many people that passion is purpose in action in service of our life's mission, which includes our communities and our world. Born from within, it is our gift to the world which helps our collective life move forward. Now, to help define this further, I found a great article from Mark Manson entitled Seven Strange Questions That Help You Find Your Life's Purpose. And we'll make sure we put all these links in our socials so that you can find the articles. And remember, he agrees that that the finding part in your quest is actually asking yourself a series of questions that force you to go within for the answer. For example, he says, what's true about you today that would make your 8-year-old self cry? Good question, right? Now, he says, if my 8-year-old self asked my 20-year-old self, why don't you write more? And I replied, because I'm not good at it, or because nobody would read what I write, or because you can't make any money doing that. Not only would I have been completely wrong, but that 8-year-old boy version of me would have probably started crying. That 8-year-old boy didn't care about Google traffic or social media variety or book advances. He just wanted to play. And that's where passion always begins, with a sense of play. Or how about this one from the same article? How are you going to save the world? Mark states, I've harped on this before, and the research also bears out. But to live a happy and healthy life, we must hold on to values that are greater than our own pleasure or satisfaction. So pick a problem and start saving the world. There are plenty to choose from. Our screwed up education systems, economic development, domestic violence, mental health care, government corruption. Hell, I just saw an article this morning on sex trafficking in the US, and it got me all riled up, wishing I could do something. It also ruined my breakfast. So find a problem you care about and start solving it. Obviously, you're not going to fix the world's problems by yourself, but you can contribute and make a difference. And that feeling of making a difference is ultimately what's most important from your own happiness, for your own happiness and fulfillment. And importance equals purpose. Here's more on purpose from this inspiring video by Lou Redman. One question, does a balanced life really exist? And Dr. Chanel, we kind of went through these top 5.
The myth is that finding your purpose, that purpose is something you do, and it's not. Your purpose is something you are, meaning that it doesn't actually matter what you do. You can bring purpose to everything. And the way that you find your purpose is through being purposeful. And as you become purposeful in your life, you start to attract things that are aligned with who you want to be. We think that purpose is one thing. Like it's this one thing that when I find it, then my life is going to be complete. And it's not. We are multidimensional and complex beings. So our purpose can evolve and change. And there's typically an intention behind that purpose. There's typically an energy that we're embodying. Maybe your purpose is to bring peace, to bring joy, to bring love. And you do that in different ways. And to start, It's important to realize that you don't have to wait to bring love to the world. You don't have to quit your job. 8 years ago, I did quit my job. However, before that, I was being purposeful in my day-to-day. I had got into personal development. I started waking up earlier. I started meditating. I started journaling. And I had all of this energy. And I would go into work and I would look for opportunities to be purposeful, to take action, to take initiative. And I found that by changing who I was being, I was actually having a greater impact on everyone around me. I was bringing inspiration. If I were to think of one word that for me is my purpose, it's inspiration. And it didn't matter if I was at a company or if I'm doing a YouTube video, or if I'm doing a meditation, it's who I'm being. And so I really want to reflect that to you. If you think about how do you want to show up? What is the energy that you want to show up as? Maybe it is peace. Maybe it is love. And think about how do you become that first? How do you set the energy of your body to connect with the love that is inside of you and then walk from there? Go into your work, go into your day-to-day and have that infectious energy on other people. Your purpose is not what you do. Your purpose is who you are. I hope you take this with you and realize that you don't have to wait to quit your job, that you can start living your purpose right now in this moment.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Lou. Listen, we're going to take another break, but when we come back, I'll share with you all how this all comes together in what I like to call your best life. Next.
Are you a business owner looking to expand your reach and revenue to a perfect community? Being a Soulivity Today radio sponsor puts your business in front of hundreds of thousands of customers every week, and it's affordable too. For about the cost of a cup of coffee and snack each day, you can reach ideal people looking for your product or service. Soulivity Today is a weekly, hour-long program that dives into the heart of what matters most in our lives, the people, places, and topics that shape our world. It's the perfect place for your business to shine. Go to soulivity.com/Soulivity Today to learn how you can expand your business marketplace by becoming a Soulivity Today radio show sponsor. And for a limited time, special rates are being offered, so don't delay.
Addiction is an epidemic. Millions are struggling and over 100 lives are lost each day. Are you next? At Better Addiction Care, we understand the devastating impact of drug and alcohol addiction. Our network of treatment centers are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's time to fix the pieces addiction has destroyed. Our network of treatment centers offer detox, therapy, counseling, private luxurious centers, physical fitness, chef-prepared meals, aftercare, and your insurance may cover up to 100% of costs. Only you can put an end to your addiction. It's time to make the life-changing call and get the help you need. Call now, and in just minutes, you could be on your way to a drug and alcohol-free life. The call is free and confidential, and there is no obligation. Visit betteraddictioncare.com or call
855-246-4024. That's 855-246-4024.
Soulivity Today is brought to you by and welcome back to Soulivity Today, where we are talking about three main tenets of Soulivity: passion, purpose, and living. You know, I want to begin talking about living, this concept of living, through how most live today, and that is surviving. You know, I describe surviving as this unconscious sleepwalking through life. This is where we are not really self-aware or even connected to our inner self. And though we may be successful in acquiring some material things via education or job or whatever, our life is dedicated to this acquisition because of the fleeting sense of happiness those things bring us uh, when they're gone, leaving us feeling unsatisfied and uninspired. This is because we, again, are going about life with the belief that living is outside of ourselves and is not born from within ourselves. So the activity of Soulivity, in my belief, which is all about discovering your passion and then your purpose, or maybe your purpose and then your passion, comes from self-awareness and insight. This will naturally transform your life from survival to living a life connected with joy, peace, and abundance. Here's what I had to say about the subject in a recent Soulivity Today show on joy and daring to be who you are with authors Sheila Applegate and Helena Goldstein. I don't have much to say because I think you both have said it so eloquently today. I'll just kind of reiterate what I said earlier to everyone. And that is, I think it's really, really vitally important that when you're thinking about your life and you're thinking that I really want to create this high quality life for myself, which can have ripple effects out to my relationships, my family, and that kind of thing. That if you haven't started the process of discovering who you are, that this is like probably the first thing you need to do. Like part of your self-awareness, that you bring joy in and then let joy lead you through the process of daring to be who you are, right? And really, really, really diving deep into that, because everything else will flow from that. Everything will flow from that. If you're self-aware, you'll know what you want to do, how you want to do it, where you want to go. All those things just flow from it. So just take heed, everyone, to what we've talked about today. And just want to say thank you to both of you for sharing your light and your love in this conversation today. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Highly recommend that you go to either our YouTube channel or soulivity.com, our Soulivity Today page, and check out that video. Let's end with a bit from an article entitled Living versus Surviving by Mia McInerney, who at the time wrote this article when she was just 15 years old. Living is breathing, but making all of those breaths count. Living means making decisions that could have consequences, but with those consequences in mind, it makes those spontaneous choices of living much more worth the risk. The aspects of living can be many different things, but in order for me to live, I have to do spontaneous things, even though I know there could be consequences. Something even as small as dyeing your hair a different color. It's a fun thing to do that doesn't affect anything too greatly, but there are still possible consequences. I don't know how to explain the feeling of doing something that makes you feel exhilarated. In my own words, it's like an extreme amount of adrenaline is being pumped through my bloodstream. I know that I should be doing something else, like something that could help me in the future. But I'm 15, I'm a teenager. I don't want to be spending all my time studying or doing something boring. I'm at my peak. These high school years are supposed to be spent figuring out what I want to do later on in life. They're supposed to be spent living it, being in the moment and doing things that I want to do, and not just doing them because my parents or the school want me to be doing them. Yes, it's important to have an idea as to what I want to do later on in life, but to be able to do that, I need to live. I need to go out and experience the things that in the end will help me decide what I want to do in the future. I want to live my life and not just survive it. Existing in many ways is a privilege we will never get to experience again. Whether you're living or just surviving, life is a gift, a thing that even after 4.5 billion years, people still don't understand. And I'm going to tell you that, Mia, you truly get it. She's already is on the path of discovering what lives inside of her, which also includes living her best self. Listen, we're going to take another quick break, but we're not done yet. When we come back, we're going to talk about and give you guys some ways that you can get started in your quest to create your best life today. So stay right there.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Dial 877-798-5991 today. That's 877-798-5991.
The following is a paid advertisement from Premium Weight Loss Peptides.
Welcome to Premium Weight Loss Peptides, your source for compounded semaglutide weight loss medication. At Control Your Weight today, we offer the same active ingredients as FDA-approved drugs like Wegovy and Ozempic, but conveniently dispensed as a dissolvable under the tongue. No more injections, no more pills to swallow. And with our monthly membership, your medication, shipping, and telehealth-related weight loss services are all included.
The statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products has not been confirmed by FDA-approved research. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Start your weight loss journey today. Visit us at controlyourweight.today or scan the QR code.
Have you ever asked the question, if I was to be anything, what would I be? Regardless of money, regardless of status, beyond popularity and fame. Living your passion, feeling your life has purpose. Soulivity is a space to nurture that which lives in all of us. A place where work can become play, and doing what we love creates the dreams of a lifetime.
And hello and welcome back to Soulivity Today, where we are talking about the three main tenets of Soulivity: passion, purpose, and living. Now, in a recent blog, a person asked renowned author Deepak Chopra this specific question: how do I find purpose? You know, he said, I have meditated, done gratitude journaling, and many other practices mentioned by you and other great thought leaders. I felt lost for a very long time, close to 40 years. I really have no clue what my purpose could be. I will follow signs, walk through open doors, take opportunities, and they fall completely apart. I get left feeling like a failure, feeling inadequate and worthless. Those are my interpretations of my course, and I own them, but nonetheless, I feel it. I've tried tapping and affirmations to clear old memes, and still here we are. Nothing ever strikes me as a calling. I do things just to make a living, and even when I feel like something is joyful and inspiring, I realize I follow what someone else thinks I should be doing. I just have no clue. I'm very lost and tragically at my rock bottom. I don't know what else to do. Probably like many of us have felt and may be feeling today. But here's what Deepak had to say about it. It's good to remember that following your life's purpose is simply the outer activity through which we gain self-knowledge. Our dharma is the means through which our consciousness unfolds naturally. For most people, there's a set of labels that clarifies these activities: mother, teacher, doctor, musician, etc. For some like you, there are no simple labels to describe their journey of self-awareness. Your dharma is more like an improvisational dance rather than learning the steps of a waltz. For you, looking for the answer for what you are supposed to be doing in life will be frustrating and confusing, because what you're supposed to be doing does not have a simple answer. Rather, it's about learning to creatively respond to your life situation at each moment. Embrace this model of your life's purpose, and I think you will start to feel more free and relaxed, and the passion for life will emerge from that. I mean, that is some really, really, really good stuff. You know, at Soulivity, there's literally hundreds of different stories that are available on passion, purpose, and living from different perspectives. However, in an article written by Sheila Applegate entitled 5 Steps to Designing Your Life, the Life That You Deserve, she really breaks down how you can take 5 steps today to move your life forward to creating your best life. So I want to go through a few of these while we have some time. Step 1, ignite your imagination. She says to manifest the life you desire, you must have a clear vision of what you want. Reconnecting with your imagination will help you live an inspired life. Our society undervalues the creative impact of imagination. Children know imagination is the gateway to wonder and creativity, but we underestimate its profound impact on our lives as adults. Take a moment to close your eyes and imagine a typical day in your favorite life. With your eyes closed, ask yourself, what am I doing? Who is with me? Where do I live? Let your imagination take you into as much detail as possible. Notice the colors, the scent, the sounds. How do you feel? Excited or energized? Do not try to control the details or feelings, but rather notice them as they express themselves in your imagination. Our imagination often communicates in metaphor. So at this point in the process, there's no need to worry about the logistics of how your imagines will manifest into form. Once you have a clear vision, you can anchor it by expressing it through writing or art. Visit your favorite life in your imagination often. So very important. Step 2, upgrade your beliefs. Often our parents, friends, media, and society pass down beliefs that we unknowingly accept as our own. If we do not take time to contemplate our beliefs, where they came from, if they resonate with us, and if we consciously want to subscribe to them, we are simply living life by other people's experiences. In this state of passivity, we will not actually choose our life, but instead accept the one that life handed us. Identifying and releasing outdated beliefs will set you free to create a new experience in each moment. Learning to observe and consciously choose which beliefs you wish to align with is an essential step toward claiming your fantastic life. She says, this exploration is ongoing. As you go through your day, observe your actions, the things you say, the things you think. Then review what beliefs are influencing your words and actions. Ask yourself some questions about those beliefs. Do I need to revise them? Do these are in alignment with who I am today? I still do this every day. Sheila still does this every day. If you let it, this will become a natural part of your life. Return to this process each time you notice a situation, a conversation, or emotion challenging you. You'll be amazed at how this supports you in living a consciously awesome life. You know, you have discovered your exploration into beliefs that you can receive constant programming from media, entertainment, government, friends, family, and society. It doesn't matter if they are doing this unknowingly. It's all happening. It's time for you to take charge of what you feed your mind. Consider reducing the time you spend with your attention on sensationalized news or complaint-based social media. These fear-based beliefs do not support a wondrous life. You can download into your consciousness messages that support your life of wonder. Step 3, gather your team. As you move in the direction of your most vibrant life, you need the support of other people who encourage your newfound passion and commitment to manifesting the life you deserve. Society today is based on outdated fear-based beliefs, focusing on surviving rather than thriving. As you move into your creative flow, you may notice the people around you seem to be swimming upstream against the current. You may find that many of these relationships you leaned on in the past cannot support you in your new direction you have chosen. It isn't that your friends and family don't want the best for you. It's just that they just don't know how to support you in the path you choose. So these are just a few things that you can do. She goes on to talk about aligning your energies and taking action. But I highly recommend that you go to soulivity.com and read this great article from Sheila on how to start designing your best life today. Listen, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more Soulivity Today in just a second. Soulivity Today is brought to you by Happy Travelers Tours and Old Vine Wine Tours.
Ready to embark on a wine-filled adventure? Go to oldvinewinetours.com and book your luxury wine tour today and experience the unparalleled beauty and flavors of Sonoma, Napa, and Lake counties. oldvinewinetours.com offers transportation for the most amazing experiences in the Sonoma Valley, Santa Rosa, Healdsburg, and all of Sonoma County, as well as the Napa Valley and Clear Lake wineries of Lake County. From boutique tastings to bridal party transportation, we have you covered. Visit oldvinewinetours.com or call 707-386-9859 for more information. Don't forget to mention promo code Soulivity to get 10% off either a culture or wine tour. Book your wine country adventure. Visit oldvinewinetours.com or call 707-386-9859 today.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Dial 855-486-4553 today. That's 855-486-4553.
Hey, we're almost out of time, but I just wanted to make sure that we give you some gifts from the heart from all of our Soulivity collaborators. I want to first start with a fantastic on social media. We are on all the major platforms. Just look for do a search for our handle at Soulivity or Soulivity Magazine, and you will find us there. Also, I want to remind you that this show and all our other shows are available as a podcast on all the major podcast providers. So again, just do a search for Soulivity Today, and you will be able to find us anywhere that you currently have your podcast, so that you can take us with you wherever you roam. Listen, I just want to thank you for your time today and being with us on this edition of Soulivity Today. You can join us nationally at 8 a.m. Eastern on Soulivity TV and on selected radio stations across the world. Listen, keep working on your passion and purpose, everyone, and you're going to create your best life today. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
This work is subject to copyright owned by Affinity Global LLC. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this is expressly prohibited unless Affinity Global LLC has explicitly